Hi, thank you for tuning in. And this is once again Being Real Wilk. And you know we got to go on in and hard. And as I had promised, we're going with Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 6. What is this, episode 19? Mexi-loco. Oh my goodness. Child, as I said once before, if Kenya wasn't crazy then, she's definitely crazy now. And baby, me and crazy, loony, loco don't even work. Let's go ahead and just do the review just a little bit, just to catch us all up. Because I'm telling you, once again, this Mexico thing got me all over the place. And just as confusing as ever. I don't even know what Kenya plans were, even though she stated it all through this episode, that she is trying to bring everybody into unity, and whatever problems that they had, they're going to address it so they can leave it there in Mexico and they can just start anew afresh. But when you got someone that's loco, insane, trying to get this together, baby, that ain't going to happen. Especially when you want to address married people and you're not in the equation or don't know what it's like to be married or be in a married relationship. You know what it's like to be engaged, but I guess that qualifies her. And all I know for a fact, if we're going to do a couples thing, everybody better be a couple. Like her and Lawrence better be a couple and sleeping in the same bed. Portia better have a man there. You know, it'll make everything gel and make sense to me. Well, once again, poor Phaedra. You know, maybe, she got to school this man. Paulo have all the looks, all the physical attributes, but when it comes down to mentally, man, him and Portia can be on the same page as far as I am concerned. All right. So now we're still in Mexico. And of course, it began with Kenya and Phaedra and her husband all in this circle, and there's this confrontation where Phaedra had to get up and leave, and which I admire her for that. We didn't get any drama on that aspect, even though all the episodes led up like Phaedra was finna get ready and jump, but she didn't get froggy, and she maintained her composure. But yet Apollo, not knowing what to say and how to say it, and maybe his intentions were good and he was really trying to get it out, but as Lawrence had said, there might be Mrs. and Mr. Smith type of chemistry, but either way, at this couple or rekindle our relationship so we can be on the war on accord, this was definitely not the time and the place, not for that, huh? All right. But anyway, family, so Apollo is trying to backpedal. It's soon to be Phaedra's birthday. He is just trying to get her to, you know what, let's just leave all that school work behind. The kids are all being taken care of, and let's get into this mode of just having a good time. But we can tell Phaedra definitely didn't want to be there, as so as probably the rest of the cast. But then they were just making this situation, this not so good situation hosted by Kenya, trying to make the best out of it. And all I can say is that didn't happen for Phaedra, and it definitely didn't happen for Apollo. So now Apollo want to do the surprise birthday. Everybody is up trying to say something nice, and he as the husband only thanking Phaedra for being the mother of his 2 wonderful, handsome, beautiful sons. Okay. And that's it. oh, he needs a PR so bad. You know what I'm saying? He just needs someone to just coach him. Like when you're in front of the camera, these are the things that you want to say. This is how you want to present yourself, even though you may be thinking it, but you need to bring that out. And that is what he said. And thank God Candace had said something. But Phaedra still have a little attitude on, and she did thank the ones that she said that she are friends with some of. And the party went on. So I guess, if you can call that a party, I don't know. Apollo could have did a little bit more. I really do think so. And just to keep going forward, and just to go into this the review. So it just left a lot of stones unturned, and just really put a lot of spotlight on Phaedra's and Apollo's marriage, and just showing, like, you know what, they're probably not in the best of their moments. And you know, the first couple of years, it's going to be your more trying years, and when it comes down to marriage, and that's definitely reflecting their trying years. And keeping it moving, so now they back to another event. I thought we was done with this pillow talk, but no, we want to rekindle this pillow talk. And Kenya, just rest assured, it's not going to be anything like the pillow talk. And if it wasn't, the devil is a liar. Child, I told y'all last episode that I gave her a ticket, 666. I'm still giving her that ticket. I'm giving her that hands up, hands down, and to the side. I just can't do this, Kenya. Her ulterior motive is never pure. And if you want camera time and you want good ratings, well, she's sure trying to do it. She's doing the most. And I don't know what is that doing for her, but she's just doing the most. So you get these outlandish questions that you're asking people to ask people, and wow, they were crazy. I don't know why I'm trying to think of this girl's name, but you guys know who I'm trying to say. She comes across just as ditzy as 1, 2, 3, and she pulls it up. I'm going to come up with her name. You see where I'm going with this? See, it's just all sinking into me. It's all kind of contagious when we come to ditziness, because I'm trying to get her name. She was the first one to pull something out of the hat, and she was talking about, one of the questions was something on the level of having sex with a older guy or a younger guy, and then she went on and said something of the nature that why she wouldn't have about her sexual experience with the older guy. Patricia had to stand up and sit her own down and keep it moving. Hey, she only was speaking on her experience. And if that was her experience, that's her experience. But of course, if Nene is married to an older guy, and Patricia being an older guy, they're going to take it some type of way. And they did. But we know that we know that Nene's husband, Greg, he didn't have anything to say. He listened, but Nene did. And she was just saying, about this ignorance thing. And it just keeps going from there. And I think it went downhill from there. And then Nene answered her question, and she was like, "Who is the ignorant one?" And she responded. And then, of course, Lawrence was talking about cheating, and he said all men have some type of, even if they don't intentionally do it, they still cheat. And then they put this on Phaedra and Apollo. And of course, once again, a PR is definitely needed. He didn't know how to explain himself, and he explained himself the best way he could. And then that is when he is on the lines of what the girl name is, the pretty one. Portia. Him and Portia need to be a couple. Because I'm saying, man, they about as ditzy as 1, 2, and 3. Huh? Especially if you don't know how to say it or come across and it comes correct how you want to say it. Shut up. Shut up. Okay? You're not going to compare no cheating to no house burning down. Because if you cheating, I can't get no money for that. Because, baby, if I could, baby, I would be getting paid. He was comparing apples and oranges, and that really ticked me off. Sit down. Portia, number 2. Apollo. Going on, and then now Kenya want to separate, let the men go to her room. And she meant it. And she said, I'll be there later. She meant it. And as Phaedra called her out and called her a home wrecker. And now they're separated. And now Kenya finally mentioned Marlo. Child, you know Nene wasn't going to do that. She said, oh no, we would not be having no conversation about that. That wasn't the elephant in the room. But Phaedra was. Because then she said, well, let's jump to Phaedra. Child, you coming at me and mine? No, baby. Where your husband at? Till you bring him to the table and have him around this circle, then we can talk. But you single. Huh? No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to back that up. Oh, yes. Because what was so disturbing to me was that beach talk with Kenya, Cynthia, and Peter, a.k.a. Patricia. You understand? Now, that's where I don't get it at. I don't know. I wasn't feeling that at all, period. I don't want to know just how loyal can Cynthia really be. Maybe it's to her daughter. Maybe it's just to Peter. Because I can't see it going nowhere else. And if that's a friend of mine, I don't need no enemies, huh? All right. So, anyway, we're just going on. And now, when we were before the pillow talk, definitely Greg did tell Peter, oh, we need to talk about something that I didn't address and we need to get that out. But when they separated and went to Kenya's room, they definitely had that conversation. But when Todd was silent and all this time, this is the most I ever heard Todd actually speak. I like him. Kenny, you did a good job. I like him. He speak with intelligence. And I think Apollo need to shadow him, do some internship around Todd for at least 6 months to a year. Yes. He need to do some interning with Todd and know what to say. And when it comes out your mouth, make sure it's correct. Because we don't want to just look at this handsome face and nice body, this physique, and you dumb it in 2 buckets of rocks. That's where I'm feeling with Apollo. And poor Portia. Especially when she was trying to defend. She tried to come to Phaedra's rescue. Phaedra's attorney. She knows how to carry herself and carry that. And don't let her, hey, she was handling herself very well. She didn't need that. But anyway, baby, this episode was like it's called itself, Mexi-loco. It was all that. It was very loco. Why? Because Kenya was hosting it. She don't have anything better to do or don't got anything going on. Honey, I'm telling you, if she's a role model, Lord have mercy. Let's find somebody else that we can that we know that we assume that's affiliated with the Illuminati. Because baby, she don't got the bread. She may, and she's beautiful, but she not naturally, but she's beautiful, but she's definitely not a role model that I will follow and have a younger girl to watch or whatever, unless you want to stir up and keep drama going. And of course, one episode leads into another one, so they got us dragging out. But I'm liking it, baby. I'm liking it because, hey, this is episode 16. All right, Andy, you know what you're doing. Keep it going. Keep it going. It's better than any Housewives yet. Y'all done turned it out. Because that Beverly Hills, I don't know what was going on there. Hey, that was one of supposed to be Phaedra's spinoff. See, them rich people problems. So I don't know anything about it. New Jersey, they usually, they have drama, but not like this. So I'm really glad to see that the ratings are up. It's just that I wish it was more in another type of light. Because I really do think that these girls can actually get along. Lawrence, you did the most. Say you ain't never been the only man around all these men and the only man. Come on now, Lawrence. You should have been smiling. That's you, boo. That's you. Todd, keep it up. I finally saw and connect to you because you opened your mouth and then you spoke with so much intelligence. I'm loving it, liking it. Nene only want to speak on things that's as long as it's not about her. Talk about it. Like, hey, one thing Kenya said, just be real, Nene. Be real. And just get that elephant out the room or that monkey off your back. And then we can just go on and move forward from there. Phaedra, don't let that man out that room unless he have a PR. No? And teach him what to say and how to say it. And if you can't say nothing correct, keep your mouth closed. Portia, OMG. I can see where your intentions were. I really do. I'm glad that I actually saw that you was trying to pick a side. But just know really what to say, okay? Because it didn't make sense for you to take up for an attorney. She knew. She was carrying herself really well. Candace looked like she was back there cracking up. You seen how she put that hat down? I probably would have too. Nene kept giving looks over there at Kenya. But all of them just should have had it going on and shut it down. But then we wouldn't have had the episode that we did. So thank you for bringing the drama, keeping the drama alive, because it is a lot. And Greg, always nip things in the bud when it happened then. Don't be holding and harboring ill feelings and then want to bring it up weeks and months later. Baby, do it then. Do it then. But then you got to realize you're not young as you used to be. Peter got a little bit more pizzazz in him, a little more in him. Make sure your son's there, huh? Because he was all up in your face. And you talking about as long as it's not your wife's face. And know your facts because your wife did come back and turn back to Peter. Thank you, Nene, for addressing it. Because he always in everything. Somebody had to tell him, you're not going to get a peach. No one is not going to give you a peach. Cynthia, don't get into that room and start saying in the confessionals and talk. That was the time you say something then. You looking stupid right now, Cynthia. But then, I would too. You are with a Jamaican, and he is feisty. I don't want to see him backhand you on camera. Because you hold your tongue for a reason. You hold your tongue for a reason. That's all I'm saying. Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Oh my goodness. You talking about drama? When TV is not giving me what I want, I'm always trying to find my next book. I am not promoting anything. This is just what I read when TV don't give me what I feel like I should have. And this is 1 in a Million by Kimberly Lawson Roby, okay? And I'm telling you, this is giving me everything. If you think you in for this Real Housewives of Atlanta, this book is giving me everything. We'll talk about it later, and you can just go ahead once you hit subscribe. Make sure you comment below. Give me a thumbs up, and hey, and we can go in on this book, okay? I'll just go ahead and start off introducing you to it, okay? I'm not gonna go and tell you about this whole book. Definitely, there is this lady. Her name is Kennedy, and she is happily married. She is happily married. She felt like, she's married her soulmate, her best friend, all into one. All into one. And without giving this book away. So now what happened is she had purchased a lottery ticket, okay? And she is like happy to share this with the best thing that happened in her life. You know, what greater thing could have happened to you? You don't won the lottery and you in this happy, loving marriage. So where she's running home to tell her husband, her best friend, this thing that just happened to, happen to them, the husband is coming home too to let her know something. Huh? So they both, kind of got like a secret that they want to tell each other. All right? Now they're finally going home and she's all giddy and happy and ready to just share and give and let her husband know that, you know what? Hey, we don't have to worry about anything financially anymore. And her husband was like, I know, but if I don't tell you this now, if I don't get this off my chest now, it'll be hard for me to do it. And I need to get this off my chest. So let me tell you how I feel. Or what's going on. Let me tell you my secret. So now she was like, okay. In my head, I can see her because she's still so excited to tell her husband this, her best friend this. So okay. Now he's telling her, pretty much like the Chris Brown song. I love you. You meant the world to me, but I'm not in love with you. Damn. What? You talking about somebody's hopes, dreams, their future, all this stuff that she had in my head, what they're going to do now and how things are going to be much different. Child. And you telling me, and we are multimillionaires, that there is somebody else and you don't love me like you used to? And the plot thickens, baby. And he has more. He definitely has more. But like I said, we'll talk about that. I want you to read it. We can leave me comments and we can go from there. But like I said, it's 1 in a Million. It's by Kimberly Lawson Roby. And it's not a really thick book. It'll give you all that you need that you can't get on that television night when Real Housewives of Atlanta or the LA Basketball Wives, any show, when you're not getting what you need, this is one of the books you need to read. You won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. Go, Kimberly. Go. Thank you. Go in, as funky as I even say, go in and let have, because it definitely did that. Oh, it did it. And I'll go further in it later. But like I said, if you want what you thought you saw on Real Housewives of Atlanta and they're not giving it to you, this is a book that you can read in one day. I got a paperback book. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't have a paperback book. I don't have one. I'm not promoting anything. This is just stuff that I personally do, okay? I'm just saying the book is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I probably shouldn't say go out and get it. But if you want to talk about it, you understand? I would encourage you so that you can, hey, this is a good topic for all girls or whatever. And it won't disappoint you because I have more books to come. But like I just said, I'm reading it. I've read it. I finished it. It's a one-day book. A one-day book. It's a one-day don't bother me book by the kids or anything. Because after that first chapter, you're not going to want to stop. Anyway, thank you. As I said, this is Being Real. Wilk. Thank you for tuning in. And it's been a pleasure. And look for me. And for next week or more videos to come. Definitely they're coming. They are coming because I got more to say and more topics to address. Look out for me. Like I said, become a subscriber. Hit subscribe, like, and then comment below. Let me know what I'm doing, how I'm doing, and then we can take it from there. You have a great day, and I can't wait till the next time.